Are you seriously tired of the hassle of paying your property taxes in person? Standing in those endless lines, or crossing your fingers and relying on the mail? Well, imagine settling your property tax with just a few quick clicks from the absolute comfort of your own couch.
Welcome to today's Explainer. We are going to walk you through the entire step-by-step process of paying your property tax online in Bernalillo County. We're covering the whole thing, from the absolute basic deadlines to actually navigating the county's digital payment system so you never ever miss a due date again. Honestly, even if you've never used an online payment portal before in your life, by the end of this, you are going to be a pro.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We've broken this process down into 5 super easy to digest steps: basics and deadlines, preparing for online payment, the portal walkthrough, troubleshooting and scams, and finally, confirmation and resources.
All right, up first, Section 1, Basics and Deadlines. We really need to understand your tax calendar and those pesky late fees.
So, before you even think about clicking any payment links, it is absolutely vital to get a handle on this statutory timeline, because missing a deadline isn't just a minor inconvenience, it literally hits your wallet. Property tax bills in Bernalillo County are split up into 2 equal installments. The first half is due on November 10th. Now, you do get a 30-day grace period, which means it becomes officially delinquent after December 10th. The second half, that's due April 10th, and it goes delinquent after May 10th. And actually, here's a great insider tip from the source material. If that 10th deadline happens to fall on a weekend or a county holiday, state law extends your grace period to the close of business on the very next business day.
But what happens if you actually miss that extended deadline? Well, if your payment isn't received before the grace period expires, you get hit with a 1% penalty for every single month it's late. Now, that penalty does cap out at 5% of your unpaid tax, but notice the word "and" here. You are also charged a 1% interest fee on the unpaid base tax every month. And that interest, it has absolutely no cap. It's just going to keep growing until you pay. So prompt payment is crucial.
Moving on to Section 2, Preparing for Online Payment. Let's get your information ready for the portals.
Getting your info formatted correctly is kind of the secret sauce to a smooth online transaction here. One of the most common mistakes people make happens right at the very beginning when they're just searching for their bill. You see, the county's database has incredibly strict search rules. If you're searching by your property address, you absolutely must leave off the street suffix. Do not type street, avenue, boulevard, or even the abbreviations. 10332 Main is the correct input. If you add ST to the end of that, the system is just going to give you a super frustrating no results found error. So before you open up your browser, just run through this quick checklist. Make sure you've got a stable internet connection. Keep your physical property tax bill handy if you have it, mostly because it contains your exact parcel ID. And, oh, here's another really cool trick. If you own multiple connected parcels, you can actually use an asterisk as a wildcard in the search bar. So for example, typing 1009 *728 will pull up all the accounts starting with 1009 and ending in 728. It's a lifesaver for grouping them together easily.
Let's jump into Section 3, the portal walkthrough, navigating Teller Online and Paydici.
Bernalillo County uses a slightly unique dual-vendor system. Basically, you're going to interact with a platform called Teller Online to search for your bill, and then a completely second system called Paydici, which is managed by Point and Pay, to securely process the actual money part. Here's the exact checkout sequence. First, you initiate your search using those rules we just went over. Second, your active tax liabilities pop up and you select the ones you want to add your digital shopping cart. Third, you configure the amount. If you want to pay just a single installment, or maybe you want to knock out the full year all at once, you just click Change right there next to the payment option in your card. And finally, step 4, submit your payment credentials and agree to the terms and conditions. Now, this is really important to know. There is a massive contrast in processing fees depending on exactly how you choose to pay. These fees are collected by the merchant processor, not the county. And man, they vary wildly. Look at the electronic check or e-check option. It is a flat fee of just 45 cents. Compare that to using a credit card, which charges you 2.29% of your total payment. On a large property tax bill, that credit card fee can be substantial. So the 45-cent e-check is honestly a fantastic option. Just remember one thing. You cannot use a home equity line of credit check for the e-check option. It'll get rejected.
While you can absolutely just check out as a guest, registering for a free account on that Paydici portal unlocks some pretty powerful features for managing everything. By taking like 2 minutes to register, you get a central dashboard. You can set up automatic text notifications so you literally never forget a deadline again. You can view your entire payment history for your own records, and you can even securely schedule automatic ACH drafts for the future.
All right, Section 4, Troubleshooting and Scams. We need to talk about avoiding third-party traps and some common errors.
So there are a few hidden pitfalls out there that can cost you a lot of time and money if you're not careful. First and foremost, please be warned about unauthorized third-party digital wallets like Doxo. These sites are entirely unaffiliated with Bernalillo County. Sometimes they'll even slap the county logo on there to look official, but they often charge you extra, totally hidden processing fees, and worse, the county cannot guarantee that payments made through those sites will actually be received with the right parcel info. That can lead to unpaid balances and late penalties for you. So strictly use the official county links.
Another really massive trap is using your personal bank's online bill pay feature. Sure, it's great for your electric bill, but it is incredibly risky for property taxes. Why? Because banks often batch these payments together and, believe it or not, literally mail a physical paper check to the county. This means delivery delays are super common, they don't include the required tax coupons, and it causes all sorts of routing errors. Bottom line, if that paper check from your bank arrives after the delinquency deadline, you are legally liable for all those late fees and interest we talked about. Just stick to the official online portal for sure.
Last but not least, Section 5, Confirmation and Resources. Keeping your record straight and knowing exactly where to get help.
We definitely want to make sure you know how to finalize everything properly and exactly where to turn if you happen to get stuck. Because of that dual vendor system we talked about, support is actually split into two different areas. Knowing who to email is crucial. If you're having technical website glitches, or you need a copy of your digital receipt, or maybe have a dispute about a refund or fee, you must contact Point and Pay Client Services at customer@pointandpay.com. But if your actual tax bill is missing, the amount owed looks wrong, or you need to set up a formal payment arrangement, then you need to contact the Bernalillo County Treasurer directly at treasurers@bernco.gov.
A quick golden rule. Once you hit submit, always print or save your digital confirmation page as proof that you paid on time. And hey, if you prefer not to worry about manual payments at all, the county actually offers 2 alternative programs you should really look into. The Automatic Tax Bill Payment Program allows for fee-free auto drafts right from your bank account. Or, if you're on a fixed budget or just don't have a mortgage escrow, definitely explore the Monthly Property Tax Prepayment Program. That one lets you spread your tax burden out over 10 monthly installments. Just keep in mind, you have to have a zero balance to start, and you need to enroll in that specific monthly program by late August.
Well, as we wrap things up, please note that this explainer is for informational purposes only. While we designed it to be as comprehensive and helpful as possible, individual circumstances do vary greatly. Please seek professional advice if you have specific questions or concerns about your property taxes or valuations. Thank you so much for joining us today to learn how to master this digital system. I want to leave you with this final thought. Now that you know you can do all of this right from your couch for just a 45-cent e-check fee, what are you going to do with all that time you save not standing in line at the treasurer's office?